guys, what's up? Welcome to the video. So basically, I've been having problems with my Traxxas Slash, which I have right here. It's a 1/16 scale, and basically it is disgusting. It is super dirty. It is a mess. So in this video, we're going to be cleaning it up. So if you look along here, you can just see all the dirt and grime. So with me, I have a rag, this little scrubby thingy I found, and a bucket with some water in it. And then I also have some paper towels over here, which I'll probably use mainly. So first what I'm gonna do is just get a paper towel wet, and we're just gonna kinda generally go over it and just see how much I can get off doing this. So one of the big problems I'm having is these shocks. The way you tighten and loosen them is by twisting this little knob right here. And it'll move up and down, which tightens and loosens the shock. The problem is there's so much dirt on these, what are they called? Just the thing that it goes along. These little things here can't move along very well. So what I mainly want to do in this video is just try to get these clean. That's all I want. So what I might actually do is, because it's just a couple screws, I think I'm just going to take the shocks off to clean them. So here's the shocks. So what I'm doing here is just trying to pull the red spring down and just clean off the little threads here. So I just kind of have it pinched in place with the paper towel here. I'm just gonna scrub it sort of. So as long as I have the shocks out, I'm gonna check the amount of oil in it. So this top just comes off, and there it is. I'm gonna check this one too, just for a side-by-side comparison. See, the problem with this shock is the little screw thing here is so tight on there, because stuff is in the threads, that when I try to turn it, it turns the whole thing and makes this cap start coming off, and I actually started leaking oil because of that. Okay, I finally got this little thing unstuck by using this little pliers. You can see, you might barely be able to see the little gap right there, but then if I try to unscrew it, because it's looser, the oil cap comes right off again. Well guys, I have no idea what to do. I've been working on this shock for about 10 minutes now, and it is just completely stuck. I've gotten it to move a little bit, but I cannot get it past where I had it earlier. So it's kind of a lost cause. Okay, let's see what I can find here. So Traxxas Slash, this looks like it. This is yeah, that's it. $40. Oh boy. Okay, there may be hope. I think I'm getting onto something here. I have this big wrench thingy clamped onto, I took off the little cover so oil could just start pouring out, but I have extra oil, so I'm not too worried about that. So I have this clamped on where this would normally go, which is a little cap. So I do that, and then I can get a good grip on here, and it's turning. Not easily, but I mean, it's loosened. Okay, so now that this is cleaned up, you can see all the grime right up along the edge here that was holding that piece in place. We're gonna try to clean all this off. So we'll start with the classic wet paper towel. Now there's a lot of dirt in these little grooves here, so I'm gonna get out my little scrubby thingy. I'm gonna get it wet, and we're just gonna scrub the grooves. At least most of the dirt. So I'm not sure if this is the right stuff to be using. This is 30 weight shock fluid, This is what I used on the Telluride. I'm not sure if it's the right stuff for these little shocks, but I'm gonna use it anyways. See this shock, this is the other one. This is the one I just finished cleaning. It's still very tight and really does not like to move. Very stubborn. I might just consider getting a new one, but I don't know if they sell them individually, and if they did, it would probably be pretty expensive. But this is how it should be. This is a good one. This is a nice one. And you can see how easily this turns and loosens and tightens. This is how the shocks should be. This is how they were when I got them brand new. So I think what will help with this one is if I just take, see how hard this is to turn. See, I can't even get it right now. There we go. Now it's moving. I think what will help is if I just take this oil, I'll just open it up a tiny bit so I don't get a bunch coming out. And I'm just gonna, okay, I'll open it more than that. And if I just kind of dribble it on the threads, then I can just spread it with my fingers. And I think that will help it move. So if I can get it back now. Okay, here is our two rear shocks. So I'm gonna clean these up off camera, and then we will get to just the whole main base of the RC. See, it's just that one shock that I have problems with, because you can see this one too. This turns really easily. This is actually probably the easiest one out of all of them. I'm still gonna clean it though, just to prevent any problems in the future. So guys, when using RCs, people might tell you things like, drive carefully, don't jump it too high, blah blah blah. That's terrible advice. RCs, they're gonna break. I mean, yeah, you don't wanna beat it really badly, but you also don't wanna be afraid to use the RC. So, obviously, if you have something like this, you're not gonna wanna jump it off a giant ramp 10 feet in the air, but don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to not abuse it, but, you know, you can always repair them. So now that all of the shocks are done and clean and my fingers are hurting really bad, I am going to move on to the main RC. Now, this shouldn't be too hard. What I'm gonna do first is just take this paper towel and I'm gonna soak it with water. And remember, this is a waterproof RC. And it is absolutely fine to get a waterproof RC wet, but it needs to be dried off. And what happens is, if you get it too wet and don't dry it off, the screws are gonna rust. You can see how rusty some of these screws are. Let's zoom you in over here, and you can just see around here, like where these screws are really rusty here. So you just gotta be careful with that, and especially if the motor is getting submerged. If water sits in that motor, it will rust out the motor and you need a new one. Now, with a brushed Traxxas Titan 12 turn, that's not a huge deal. I mean, yeah, it's bad to ruin your motor. You don't want to, but they're cheap. And in fact, I actually have one right here because I thought the motor in my Telluride was broken, but it wasn't. So I just have this sitting around. And you can see right here, that's $25. So I'm just gonna kind of go over it with this paper towel a little bit. And now I'm gonna take my scrubby thingy here, and I'm just gonna scrub everything. Now, obviously, this isn't a very maneuverable thing, so I'm gonna try to like slice this in half or something and get something that'll work better. Okay, plan B, I'm just using a toothbrush. This one's electric, so it should really help get the grime out of here, so I'm gonna get it wet quick. So I'm just gonna scrub it. This is working a lot better. So down in the description of this video, I will have 3 RCs listed. And I want you guys to pick one of those 3 RCs and comment it down below. And I might also put a little poll up into the top right corner. It should pop up right about now. And you can just click on that and vote there. And I will try to get the RC that is voted the highest. Now, I'm not going to be able to get it anytime soon because obviously I can't just run in the store and buy an RC. So it may be weeks, it may be months, who knows. Well guys, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for part number 2. I'm not sure if that's going to be coming out later today or tomorrow, but either way I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. So again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.